Hey guys, well, one thing about shooting, if you shoot, you gotta clean. So one cool thing about these hook breech guns is you can pull this barrel right out. And what I do, before I became civilized, I used to do this in the toilet. But I always have these jugs of water, and I'm going to end up shooting this jug of water anyway, so I shove that in down there. And see, stick her right in that jug of water. Okay, let's lean it up here. I'm not quite ready for it. And get me a patch. Ha. And kind of pump that water up and down. All it's going to do to that jug of water is turn the water black. And that don't really bother me none, because I'm just going to shoot that jug of water anyway next time I shoot this thing or one of the other rifles. So I wet that patch with a little Windex just to get it to slide down the bore. And then, as I pump this, it's pumping that water, sucking it up into the bore, and pushing it, the dirty water, back out. So that makes sure that whole deal is nice and clean. And I do that for a while. Then make sure your flash hole gets good and clean. It breaks down the stuff. Right at the breech plug is smaller than the bore. And so taking this out and pushing it through like that gets that little section. See where my rod is stopping now? There's about that much more in the breech plug that's a little smaller. And right now I'm just using some Windex to get some of that other crud out of there. And I'm trying to dry some of the water out. But I have a brush that I stick on here, and this will get down in that little section. Now, you could take the flash hole liner out if you want to, which I did just a minute ago, and it's pretty clean down there. But this gets some of that crud off of them walls. I'll show you what I mean here. So there's where it hits the face of the breech. Now watch. It went down another ½ inch, maybe a little bit more. So that brush gets some of that crud off of there. And then I run my patch down and dry it out. And once this barrel dries, I'll stick her back in. I like to get it started on its drying process with some patches. So we'll get one more dry patch. And it should come out pretty clean. Yep. Oh, it's still got a little dirt on it. Well, I guess we got a little more work to do. And once I get it down that good, then I coat it. I'll coat the bore with either Ballistol, some kind of oil, or that ox yoke. I like that stuff. So now all I got to do, this has got dirt in it, I can go out and shoot this now. Put this over here. So I've oiled this. It's nice and clean and dry, and I'm setting it muzzle down so if there's any residue oil in there, it'll work its way down. I don't usually take the lock off every time. but I really shot a lot. It's kind of cruddy, so I'm going to Windex this. Well, I took it off. I don't like taking it off because when you take it off, you risk scratching something with a screwdriver and boogering up screws. So I only take it off when it's really dirty. And I'll throw some Windex in there and wipe it really good. Get all this stuff here. There's usually never anything in on the workings, and so we'll have to put a little oil on that before we put it back together. So get that pretty clean. That Windex really does a good job. Every once in a while there's something on there that's a little tough. I just scratch it off carefully. Get her nice and clean. And then I'll go blow the extra off with some air. This is why I don't mind doing this in the shop. I don't mind taking it off because I got the right screwdriver, less chance of boogering. Plus I got air. Blow all the Windex off. I also blow the barrel out really good with air when I use that dunk method. That's why I don't use that in the field either unless I have to. Giving it a good shot of air gets all that water out so that your next load doesn't start saturating with water or oil or whatever you got in it. So anyway, that's good. Good and dry. And now we just need to oil it a little bit. Two oils I like a lot. One is Ballistol. Mainly I like that more for black powder guns, but it works good. Another one that I use too for oiling is Break Free. And Break Free is really good, and I'll just put a couple of drops here and there. If you put too much oil in there, all it's going to do is attract dirt. But I'll put enough in there to keep it moving easy. And then we always put a little drop on the surface, and we rub that into the surface so we don't have any rust on our lock plate and our caulk and our frizzen face. Yep, get that in there. So let that soak a little, and that's ready to go back on the gun. All I got to do is wipe down, and I can do that right now. There's a little bit of powder residue on the tang and the wood, and just a little is all there is. So all we have to do is a little drop of Windex and off it comes. And wherever you put Windex or any of your solvents, you want to cover it back with oil, because that does take the oil out of the metal. And so you want to soak that back up. And all I got to do is put it together and we're done. You can see the video isn't that long, and if I wasn't making a video, this would even go faster. So it's really not that big of a deal when you come into the shop to clean these. That would be a most extensive cleaning. Out in the field, usually I'll run a patch, wet patch down the barrel, dry it out, wipe off the frizzen and the flash area, and I put it together and go back to shooting. Anyway, this shooting session's done. I'm sure I'm going to be doing another shooting session soon. So stay in touch, stay tuned, stay on channel. I'll see you next time. I'm Buckskin Dave. Bye.